Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to be working on this Brazilian agate. It's not going to stay wet for very long, but Montana agate, I'm sorry. This is from cutting video 3 or 4. I'll figure it out and put it on the video. I should have looked it up before I sat down, but I was busy. I had to refill my water. Let me show you what it looks like with a light behind it. It doesn't have a whole lot of lines in it. There are some in there. They're just subtle, and it's kind of got a turtleback botryoidal pattern to it. But let's see if I can get these to show up this way. So it works better if you don't have a whole lot of light coming through it, but I've got a little push button light came with my tonneau cover for my trailer or truck, but it's one of those deals where you got to set it on the table and then raise the I was messing with it yesterday. You got to kind of raise it up so that you can keep the light just underneath this where it's not shining at the camera. And I don't know if it'll work on this one because I did one of these Brazilian agates yesterday, and it was a little wider, so I think it might have worked better than this one's going to, especially once I get it done. But once I get it down a little thinner, it should be easier to see all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on here. Start on the 80 grit. I'm just going to cut off the ugly like I always do. We'll lose that part. I think I'd kind of like to keep it, so I think I'll keep this side as tall as I can and do the shortening on it. Well, I don't know. This fracture comes through. I don't know. Now you can still see the fracture here, so it's not quite healed there and down through here. Maybe not. Maybe like from here down it is. But then it doesn't come all the way through to this side. So if I cut down too much of this side, it's going to make it to where, or if I cut down too much of this side, it's going to make it, never mind. Yeah, if I cut down too much of this side, it's going to make it where it might be able to break off after that. I don't know. Might be a little thicker than I want it to be, but kind of like the looks of this stuff, but it's got so many pits in it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to leave it. So all those little lines are fractures or tubes that have filled with something else. And that something else isn't solid. Seems like it's sand, mostly, more than anything, that black sand. Maybe a little gold in there even. I doubt it. Okay. Now I'm ready to go to the 220. I think it'd be easier to keep this from breaking out more if I use the lighter grit or the smaller grit. Get rid of some of my sand pile. Once I get it starting to shine, I think I've got those almost too far away. I do. Let me move them closer. Okay. Show you what it looks like here. I'm not going to be able to see a whole lot of the lines in it still yet. And it is a little thick still, but okay, let's go to 220. damn it. That was a big old gash. On the wrong side too. I thought it was on the other side when I hit it, but there's two of them there. Get a little shine to it so you can see what I'm talking about. That's what happens when you wrap it around the edge of the wheel. But on these wheels, they come out fairly quick. The other wheels they'll come out as easy, but they still don't come out all that hard. Just got to do more work to it. Pain in the butt, but you can live with it. Got my knuckle up against the corner of this other wheel, and so I kind of backed up to where to get it off of there because I almost cut it there. Still didn't get that gash out of there. Way off on it. But I'm trying to cut that edge down a little. Trying to cut this down a little more so I got some more room to, oh crap. It's not quite as bad as I thought, but it gouged the heck out of that edge too. Surprised that didn't chip something off. Still got one of the gashes left, but I'm going to work on this down here a little bit to get this side tapered off a little bit more. So I can go all the way across without having to worry about that anymore. Just didn't have quite enough curve this way in order to get to the center. It's close. What I was trying to do was work it from do one side and then flip it over and do the other side. But I screwed up first. Had to change plans. Plus I got some chips I need to get out of this fracture here. Because where it was not healed, it was chipping out a little bit. You still see the line from this darker section where it begins back this way, and a little bit of it over here, but after that you can't see it at all. There's a little bit of line around this one, but it's healed. It's just there. was a deep gouge. Still ain't got it all out. A little bit left. About a 3/8 less, a little bit less than an inch, 3/8 less than an inch, or 3/8 of an inch or less. Oh, I still got a little bit of a gouge there, but I don't know how I got that. So I had a little bit of a gouge, or not a gouge, but a bigger scratch that I didn't want to let go on to the next one, so I don't have to work extra hard to get it out like I have been lately, because I haven't been letting it dry out enough. Let the whole thing dry off and see if I can go ahead and start smoothing it out now and get all those flat spots and the scratches out. Got a chip on there? Not actually a chip, it was a druzy. Well, it was a place where it had chipped once, and while it was still in the nodule or whatever it was, it got some vitroidal growing on it, and then druzy on top of that, and I just hadn't got it all out yet. Either that or it broke some more of the druzy out. It's just hard to see when it's dry or wet. It was fairly deep. Cramp. Okay, that got that one. I think I'm ready to go to the next wheel. Like I said, it's going to be a little, it's a little heavy. But I can either wear it as a necklace once I get it finished, or use it as a chain pull for a ceiling fan or a light or something. Or just to hang in the window, let it reflect light. I don't know what kind of light it'll reflect, but I may have to do some experimenting so I can figure out what works best for that. So let's talk about making that mobile out of that Brazilian agate that I cut, because it's not something you can break up the pattern on and feel comfortable with. I'm sure somebody probably would, but I don't. I like the pattern. Little white spot. Okay, let me dry it. Ain't no sense leaving that on because I'm going to take a break. I got to blow my nose and go to the restroom and all that good stuff. Hey, let's do this. Okay, here it is dry. That's the shape I'm going to take. And like I said, it is a little thick. And a little heavy. I think that would be the best way to hang it, but I wouldn't swear to it. And I'm not sure I'm going to be doing anything as far as that goes with it. Hey, I'm close enough to this one I could see with these glasses. Other one's just a little taller than I am. Well, taller than I am sitting in this chair anyway. Okay, now let's wet it down so you can see it when it's wet. That'll help a little bit. I just wish they were a little bit clearer. I'm going to hold it up underneath that light here in a second too and zoom in on it, just because I think it'll be a little bit better. To show the pattern in it. That was the face, this is the back. I'm not sure if I held this up here after I wet it down yet or not. So we'll do it again. That's the back. That's going to be the face. But whoever gets it can do whatever they wish to with it, whichever way they want to wear it. It's rounded on both sides. It's going to be polished on both sides. So that's it for that part for now. And I'm going to take my little break and I'll come back and we'll start on the 280 grit. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and start on our 280 grit. scuffs down there. They're not scratches, they're just scuffs. Like I hit the wheel half-heartedly. Just enough to make it take the shine out of it. But it didn't get a full stroke, or it didn't get all the crystals or all the grit on the face of the stone. But that'll come out on this one anyway. I wanted to show it to you first. Some of this a little cloudier. Like this end down here is a little cloudier than the other as far as the agate goes. It's the stuff in the agate, not the shine. They both shine the same. It's just that I still got a bunch of long way scratches there, but they're from this wheel, so I know they'll come out. Got a couple of little bitty soft toy scratches right here, but they should come out too. And if you hold this up to the light right, you can see the inclusions inside of that. Maybe they are on the surface. I don't think this cloudiness is though, because you can see the line. So that's quartz in there, making that cloudier. And it kind of comes across, making the lines here, shadow lines, and then there's another one that comes down this way. That's them bugs still in there. I'm worried about it. I don't think it's going to come out. I think it's a tube. Maybe it's the edge of a fracture. I don't know. Definitely weird. But I'll work on it when I come back. I'm going to take a break before I do this side. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I didn't change glasses yet. I'm ready for this other side. It don't look too bad right now, but I haven't hit it with this wheel yet, so that'll be the real tell. little spot. I thought I had it out, but I didn't. I looked at it, it must have been round on the side. Yeah, pretty darn close. These other ones I may be able to get out on the other. These last ones I may be able to get out on the other wheel, next wheel, just because they're in they're along the edge on my face, back down in here on both sides, and I can't turn it sideways. They're lengthwise scratches, and I don't want to turn it sideways and mess up, make lines here from touching either side of that wheel, but I can do that on that one. It's not as messed up. He's right here in the middle. I can't really get out other, and it's pits more than scratches in the inclusion there. They're above the inclusion. It's not actually in it. It's in the clear agate. Okay, I think the rest of that will come out. On the next wheel, but how the heck? Oh, I know how I did that. Doing that on the edge, and then I just come back and smooth it out with the center. Okay, next wheel. Before I go to the start making it shine, let me show you. See if we can get some of these zoomed in light behind it shots where you might be able to see what I'm looking at. Whoa. Maybe you can see the lines kind of come up and up this way, and they kind of swoop in between here and here, and then they swoop in between here and here, kind of sagging, because that's that turtleback stuff. These are botryoidals. Or botryoidal bubbles. Basically, that's what gives it that. That's what they call a turtleback pattern. And then here's the other side. I think this would be the back side. I'll do that for the other camera. Just in case one doesn't get in focus. You probably haven't noticed I'm good for that because I can't see the dang screen half the time. That one's set up higher so it can look down so my big head don't get in the way most of the time. Let me rearrange this camera. Got to zoom out a little bit more. I haven't paid no attention to the difference between that view zoomed out and this view zoomed all the way in without moving the camera back any. If it gets to be a problem, I'll turn it back. I'll have to check it out when I edit this one. I want you guys to be able to see it. I already had one person ask me for a clear picture of the finished product. I didn't even notice it when I edited the video because I was using my computer and the thumbnails like that big that I'm watching while it's playing through, while I'm marking it, and then I move it over to another thumbnail the same height. I can put it on my TV, but then it's just all full screen and I don't have any controls but stop and start and go back to the other screen. So I don't use that as often unless I've started using it since I got that notification, but sometimes there's just, I can't do anything about it then. So I've been putting it in, but I've been trying to make sure that you get good pictures or good views before it's all over with. So bear with me if some of them aren't in focus. I think those two scratches are part of that inclusion, because the right underneath, right above two black lines, and got a darker brown center, and then you got a kind of like a horse head, nose all pulled back. Kind of what it looks like. And then there's right there where his wings attach. There's two little black lines underneath those two little scratches. Which makes me think that it's like little fractures, mini fractures. 2 sets of scratches there. Wow, that got him out though. Cool. I may have got those from this wheel though, on this outside edge. They looked like they'd been there for a while, but I don't think they were. There when I started anyway, or after I got it finished. Because I think I'm ready to go to the next wheel. I am ready to go to the next wheel. Here's what it looks like. Pretty shine. Looks to go to 1200 grit. I heard a 1200 grit. Duh. 2 wheels left. I'm going to swap out this towel. That towel was just a little wet. Keep one on each machine, that way I can swap them out halfway through and then hang them back up. Till they get too bad with dust and stuff, I'm going to keep using them. Wash them once a week. A pile of rocks or cliff in the mountains with another, I don't know, cloud, storm cloud or something on the over that way. This doesn't quite look the same, but it kind of looks cool too. Should have been well, no, you needed to see it with the, let me try it up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not allowing the light through because all you can see is pink on the other side, which is my hand. Okay, we're going to the next wheel. I'm going to finish this up before 8 o'clock. You might want to wait till that water gets started. Hadn't quite luckily it had enough splashed on it from the other wheel. realized I had a flat spot running down the whole side of that edge right there. It was just I got it though. I'm debating on whether I want to take the aluminum oxide, but either way, I'm going to call it done so I can edit the video and get it out of the way so I can start another one in the morning. Or edit one after I edit this one for later on. Oh, let's do this again. I don't know if it's going to be any easier to see. Sometimes less light. Maybe I should use my index finger and keep my index finger out of the way. I didn't even notice that a minute ago. See what I mean about the natural arch. Clouds through a natural arch. There's a little tree on this hill, or on the edge of the arch. And there's a cliff back here, but you can't see it because it's got the cloud over it. This side here kind of looks like some kind of a bird. You can see that there's two bars that come through like this that make it kind of look like a horse head with the nose down here, this dot next to what would be the chest coming up, and then the ears on the top, two ears, neck, and then wings, tail, winged tail, dragon, something, I don't know, legs, just all together, more hills with a bush on it. I hope you saw that. I wasn't watching the camera. But anyway, that's the video. I think that's going to be a good look. That's just a dang good looking stone. I like agates. I love agates. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. Hit the bell button so you know when my next one comes out. Put them out on Mondays or Wednesdays, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this one will be going out Wednesday. And I'll have another one for Friday, but I'm probably going to do some of the ones I've already got set up or got footage of that I haven't edited yet from before I started YouTube. They're still just last year's, but I didn't have both cameras. I only had just the one Pocket 2 that I was using because I couldn't get any editing program for my GoPro Hero 11. So they don't offer that anymore with it. And their encryption thing is different from a bunch of others. Although the one I've got now, I was trying it out and it would do it, but you couldn't have it on the highest quality setting or it wouldn't work very good. But anyway, thanks and have a good day.